Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing the best Sudowoodo build for Raids in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This Pokemon is incredible. It may not look like much, but it does so much damage. It can actually get up to 960 damage, and I'm going to show you how. So let's start off with where to actually get the Sudowoodo. So what you want to do is you want to come up here to Medali. We're going to be heading right here, so you want to fly over to Medali West. Once you are here, you're going to make your way over to them trees right over there. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, you can catch it any time of the day, but just don't mistake it for an actual tree. It happens to the best of us, don't worry guys. There's one. So you just want to go ahead and encounter that. They do run away from you quite fast, so you want to encounter it as quick as you can. And then when you find it, you just want to catch it. Now let's go over the build. So in terms of Tera type, we will be using the Rock Tera type. You don't have to worry about that. When you catch your Sudowoodo, it will already have the Rock Tera type because it's a solo typing. The item we're going to be using is Zoom Lens, so let's go find that right now. Now to get the Zoom Lens, you're going to want to fly over to Levincia North. Once you're at Levincia North, I want you to head over this way to the Delibird shop. It's right here. Then I want you to click on battle items, and if you scroll down, there will be three lenses: the scope lens, the wide lens, and the zoom lens. We're going to be buying the zoom lens for 10,000 Pokedollars. So what this item does is if we move after the target, we get 20% more accuracy. So if we use a move that's at 80% accuracy, 20% of that would be 16, so we would have 96 accuracy instead of 80. And Sudowoodo is going to be slower than most opponents that we're facing. There is a second option. There is the wide lens as well. This boosts it by 10% at all times. So if you are indeed faster than the target, which won't be the case in most scenarios, it will increase it by 10%, so it will put it up to 88% instead of 96. I prefer using the zoom lens. You can use whichever one you want to. I would recommend the zoom lens though. Now, because we don't need speed, we're going to be using the brave nature, which is up in attack and down in speed, so that if we are the same as a Pokemon, then we're more likely to be slower than it because we're putting our speed down. If you don't know where to change the natures, when you come out of that Delibird shop that you've just been in, turn right. There'll be a black and green shop over there. It'll have a Chansey on the front of it. You just want to go inside there. Once you're inside here, you can buy all the mints. The red mints, you want to click the brave mint. It'll cost you 20,000. Now that you've got the nature sorted, the IVs are going to go into HP and attack. If you've got any left over, just put them in defense. And the ability we're going to be using is Rock Head. This protects us from all recoil damage. So moves like Head Smash and Wood Hammer, we will not get damaged by them after we use them, which is incredible because when we use a move like Head Smash, we won't have any like fallback on it. Now you're going to want to make sure you have max IVs as well. This will increase our chances at winning those raids considerably. If you don't know where to get max IVs, just go inside a Delibird shop and click on general goods, and you can buy bottle caps. One bottle cap equals one max IV, so 20,000 Pokedollars for each max IV. And because we don't need special attack, we'll need 5 of these, which will cost you 100,000 Pokedollars in total. Once you have your 5 bottle caps, you want to fly over to Montenevera. Once you're in Montenevera, we're going to be heading over this way to the person with the Abomasnow. Just speak to him. He will hyper train your Pokemon. You want to click on your Sudowoodo, and then you want to click bottle caps, and we're going to be doing HB, attack, defense, special defense. You don't want to do speed, and you don't want to do special attack. Now, unfortunately, when I caught my Sudowoodo, it did have a max IV in speed. I only realized after I got it to level 100, which was unfortunate, but you don't want to do speed. So in fact, it'll only cost you 80,000 Pokedollars to max IV train your Sudowoodo. So you can save that other bottle cap for another Pokemon. Now going over the moves, we have Rollout, Defense Curl, Head Smash, and Wood Hammer. So Rollout, it's a powerful move. It does 30 damage and it doubles every time. So on turn 1, it does 30. On turn 2, it does 60, then 120, then 240, and then 480. But this is where Defense Curl comes in. This raises our defense by 1 stat. But if we use Defense Curl, because we're curling into a ball and upping our defense, it increases the damage of Rollout. It actually doubles the damage of Rollout. So on turn 1, instead of doing 30 damage, it will do 60 damage, and then turn 2, you'll be doing 120 damage. Turn 3, you'll be doing 240 damage. Turn 4, you'll be doing 480 damage, and turn 5, you'll be doing 960 damage. If these two moves aren't selling you right now, then I don't know what is. This Pokemon just does incredible damage. Almost 1,000 damage. That's just insane. Now, let's say you use your rollouts and something happens to stop your rollouts while you're halfway through your damage. You've got that shield up, but it does something to stop you. This is where Head Smash and Wood Hammer comes in. Head Smash, really powerful move. You get stabbed, amazing. Wood Hammer, for a bit of coverage, really powerful move. You don't get stabbed, but it's still really powerful. But both of them would usually hurt you a lot, and that's where our ability comes in. Rock Head, which protects us from all recoil damage, so there's no repercussions from using these two moves. Now let me show you where to get all these moves. So Wood Hammer, you can just relearn it. You don't need to worry about that. The same with Head Smash. So Wood Hammer and Head Smash, you don't need to worry about at all. You will already know these moves. As for Defense Curl and Rollout, there are no TMs for these moves, and he can't learn them through level up. So the only way he will learn these two is through egg moves. Fortunately, egg moves are pretty easy to get on this game. All you have to do is find a Pokemon that has both Defense Curl and Rollout, or just Defense Curl or Rollout. I like to get a Pokemon that has both, then you can do it even quicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to give Sudowoodo a certain item. We're going to give him the Mirror Herb. So make him hold the Mirror Herb. If you don't know where to get that, I'll show you right now. So what you want to do is you want to fly over to Casgrafa North. Once you're here, we're just going to be heading over here, jump over the water, and there'll be a Delibird shop on your left. You just want to go inside there. Then we're going to click on battle items, and then just under halfway down there will be a Mirror Herb. You want to buy it for 30,000 Pokedollars. Now I'm going to forget the moves Rollout and Defense Curl so I can show you how to do it. As you can see, the only two moves that our Sudowoodo knows are Head Smash and Wood Hammer. Make sure you only have two moves on your Sudowoodo or this won't work. And make sure your second Pokemon has Defense Curl and Rollout, and your Sudowoodo needs to be holding the Mirror Herb. What you want to do now is you want to press pause and go into a picnic. Now you want to wait about 10 seconds so the game registers it. After you've waited your 10 seconds, I want you to come out of your picnic, and then we're going to check the Sudowoodo, and it will have Defense Curl and Rollout. Let me just rearrange these real quick. I like all my moves in a certain order for some reason. Now that we have our moveset, I've showed you where to get everything. Let's get into some raids. Side note, don't forget to re-equip your zoom lens, because I've gone into some raids with a Mirror Herb and it just does not help. So our first raid is a Rotom. Now I wouldn't recommend using this build against special attackers. You can use it against special attackers, but it will be a lot more useful against physical attackers because Sudowoodo has ridiculously high defense and you're using Defense Curl. It's just going to be a slaughter if they are a physical attacker. But I'm going to show you it against like a mix of opponents so you know what we're dealing with. Let's begin. So we know that Rotom's going to be faster than us. It uses Uproar. It doesn't do that much damage because we're a rock type. We're going to use Defense Curl. It's turn one. This will raise our defense by one stage and get us ready for that rollout. And now we're going to use Rollout. It uses Uproar again because it's stuck in an Uproar now that it used it once. So this will do 60 damage. Not that much damage. It still does a decent amount of damage though. It steals some of our Terra Charge. We're stuck in a Rollout now. Now on turn two, we do 120 damage. Look at that damage. Now on turn two, to actually do 120 damage and there be no repercussions for Sudowoodo, we don't take any damage, we don't have to wait a turn or anything like that, is crazy. Now there's one thing, when we use Defense Curl then Rollout, I'm not sure if when he nullifies our stats that puts our double damage back down or not. That's something I'm not too sure about, but by then we're already on stage 3 of our Rollout, so it doesn't really matter too much. So we're either going to be doing 240 damage or we're going to be doing 120 damage. Either way, it's a lot of damage. Now we use Rollout again and we just destroy Rotom. We break the shield. I think I saw a tiny bit of health remaining, so one of the other Pokemon will probably finish that off. Oh, we get to finish it off with another Rollout. So now the Rotom's down and it was a special attacker, so it wasn't even affected by the Defense Curl really, and we destroy it. On to raid 2. We found our second 5-star raid. It's a 5-star flying type Lucario. Let's begin. Now it does have Iron Defense, which might be a bit of a problem, but we'll see how it goes. So this Lucario has Earthquake, so I'm going to show you what we're going to do against someone who has a really strong, super effective move against us. So turn one, you will actually use Hang Tough. This gives you priority and increases your defense. So the defense and special defense goes up. It uses Earthquake. Will it still do a lot of damage? No, it's doing next to nothing. And then we use Defense Curl. See, if we use Defense Curl first and he used Earthquake first turn, that would have done a hell of a lot of damage. We use his Earthquake again. How much is it doing this time? Around the same, 25 damage. And now we're going to start using Rollout. We're going to start doing a lot of damage. He uses Iron Defense. Now that's not good. I was hoping he didn't do that until our third attack. Let's see how it goes though. The shield does go up. Lucario uses Work Up. That increases its attack and special attack. Only thing we've got to really worry about here is Vacuum Wave. And if it uses that nullifying all stats on our side and our defense drops. And then Earthquake will do a lot of damage. It uses Meteor Mash, but that's not going to do that much damage unless it crits. Our third attack, Rollout, that'll do a decent amount of damage to the shield. Hopefully we get another turn before it removes negative effects, because we can break the shield if we do. Then it's Vacuum Wave. It nearly kills us with it. I'm guessing we die next turn. We do manage to almost break the shield. Now this puts us in a really good situation, even though we just died and we didn't get to do our final Rollout. The shield has broke now, so all its moves are super effective against us and we're still doing really good. It nullifies neutralize all stats. We don't have any, that's fine. So when you come back, you don't have anything. So what you want to do is terrestrialize from your rollouts that you used before and use Head Smash. Even though you use Work Up a couple of times, I don't think it one hits us with Earthquake or Meteor Mash because we've got high defense. So we're going to terrestrialize and use Head Smash. This will do a lot of damage. Might finish it off, might not. But there we go with the Head Smash. Let's see how much damage it does. So it does a lot of damage and finishes it off. That's how we're going to finish off our Pokemon if they do manage to take us out when they've taken a lot of damage themselves. And the Lucario goes down, and let's move on to the third raid. Right, this thing is going to be a pain because it has Nuzzle, Thunder Wave, and Iron Tail and stuff like that, but we're going to see how this goes. It's a 5-star Fire type Raichu. Let's start it up. So it does use Iron Tail first turn. It doesn't do too much damage because the Tauros had Intimidate, and now we're going to use Defense Skill. Something tells me one of these rollouts is going to fail to Paralysis or something like that. So it uses Iron Tail on us, a critical hit. Why not? And now we're going to start our rollouts. So that's the first one. Does a decent amount of damage actually. Use Discharge. Just keep using attacking moves. I'm fine with that. Oh no, it paralyzes us. I take that back. And we couldn't move. I hate raids against Pokemon that just literally status condition you 24/7. So we're going to cheer here because our rollout got broken. Ha! Raichu's paralyzed and can't move. How do you like it? Right, we're not going to use rollout because that's probably a bad idea in this raid because of all the paralyzing going on. It literally has 3 or 4 moves that can paralyze me. So we're just going to go with the Head Smash. It should still do a lot of damage. Yes, it does. 150 power move with Stab. It's always going to do a lot of damage. It removes negative effects from itself, so now it's not paralyzed. Nullifies the stats on our side. We don't have any. Uses Electric Terrain, even though there's one in the field. So its shield is up, so I don't expect this to do a lot of damage. It's used Iron Tail. Does a bit of damage. So let's go ahead with this Head Smash. It does a decent amount of damage to the shield. Oh, we're going to terrestrialize and see if we can finish this off in one hit, actually. I believe in the Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo's a lot stronger than it looks. I mean, it just looks like a tree with a couple of circle leaves on it, doesn't it, really? Is its head being covered up? Can't see. Oh, well. 19 health. Now we got this. We don't get paralyzed. There we go. Game over, hopefully. Is it game over? Yes, it is. And that finishes the raid. Wasn't even close. Originally, I wasn't actually going to do this raid because of the Nuzzle, the Thunder Wave, and all that stuff. It's just horrible to deal with, especially when you're trying to do a combo of moves in a row, but Sudowoodo smashed it. All of our team were paralyzed at the end of that raid. That Raichu deserved to go down. If you thought this build was fun and you want to check out a cloth that can one-hit raids, then click on screen right now and I'll catch you on the next one.